guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm so excited. The new NOMAD Cosmetics Witch City Salem palette and lipsticks arrived today. That was really fast. I think it just launched last week and it was packaged and shipped and arrived to me the day after Labor Day. So I am super excited. It arrived. I'm like, I want to get in here and sit down and play with it. So yeah, I just showed you the packaging because I jumped right in. It is still available. I ended up purchasing like the whole set with the 3 lipsticks and the palette because she had a special and it was on sale for $84. If you used a code, you got like 20% off because it's originally like $105 for the palette and the lipsticks, but with the code you'd get it for $84. So I just went ahead and did that. It made more sense since I wanted to try the lipsticks. But anyway, since my excitement jumped right into the video, here is the palette. This is the outer packaging. It's super cute. I like the detail of just the scene with all the kitty cats and the witches in the street. And then when you pull the palette out, this is what it looks like on the front, and then it shifts. So there's the regular, ooh, let me get her out of there, and then you shift it and you have another scene. So it's super cute. I am so ready for the fall. And then here is the palette. It's like just classic Halloween colors, nothing over the top, nothing crazy, just your typical old school classic color story for Halloween. And I'm here for it. I will say, I don't know why, I don't know what's wrong with me, but the only thing that I have to say about it now that I am like slightly like about is none of the colors. I feel like the pumpkin here or the pumpkin here could be on an orange. I know, such petty things to even like mention, but whatever. It's just something I was looking at and I was like, that's really odd. I mean, that Haunted Happenings is more of like a brownish neutral like color. I mean, it looks like it might, like in the viewfinder, have like a tinge of maybe like orange in it. But I was like, dang, this one or this one could have been a pumpkin. Anyway, silly, right? And then here is the packaging. Each package for the lipstick has a different scene on it. So there's those. It's super cute. And then here is the actual lipstick package. It says NOMAD, and it's got these cute little gold witches hats on them. So I got all 3 colors. Just be very careful. My one, which one is this? Witching Hour. It's so pretty. Like, I don't even understand how that lipstick looks like that in the case, but it is so pretty. That like a marbled effect. But it's weird how it's in the case. It's not like centered. And it was sticking up past. So I feel like every time I twist it up or down that it's going to get damaged. But see, it doesn't go down past the packaging. So just be careful. Can you see it? You see I like the little tip of it. So I feel like that's why the tip of it is pushed down a little bit. The other ones aren't like that. See how the lipstick doesn't come up at all. So anyway, this is Devil's Book. Look how pretty that is. Same thing. It's got like that marbled picture on it. And then the last one is Hocus Pocus. This one looks super pretty. So these are the 3 lipsticks swatched. I don't know. I really like the gold one. This purple is more translucent than what I was thinking. And then here's the Devil's Book. I really thought that was gonna be like a deeper red. I mean, I feel like it was gonna have like a magenta to it, like a little bit of the undertone, but that is really pink. I don't really think I was expecting that. But I honestly didn't look at the swatches on the thing. I just ordered the collection, so that's just, you know, my lack of attention to that when I purchased it. So anyway, you get the little insert and it's got all this lovely stuff written on it, but I'm not gonna spend the time to sit here and read that. It just talks about the destination, the palette, and then the cause. I will talk about that. It says the cause: we are proud to support Panthera to help save the wild black cats of the world. That's pretty neat. I like that. I like the causes that they normally support when they sell these palettes. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and play with this palette, and if you want to see what I do, then just keep watching. So I think to start out, I'm gonna go in with this color here, Dark Demons, and I'm gonna pick that up on this Morphe E30 brush. Very nice. It looks exactly like you would expect it to look. And then I think what I want to do is go straight into Harvest Moon. So I think I want to go in with Harvest Moon. I'm probably going to go in with this color, Salem Willows over here, and then maybe some of the Seven Gables. And yes, I'm very particular about it, and I go around that little embossing design. I won't just go all like ham right over top of it, but I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the middle. Very pretty, vibrant orange. I'm gonna pick a little bit up with my finger. So I got a little bit more color deposited with my finger, and then I'm gonna go back into that color and I'm gonna get it wet. And I'm just gonna use this little Glam Glow glow setter spray that I have. I'm gonna clean that brush off, and then I'm gonna go into that Salem. Well, actually, I lied. I'm gonna go down into Witch Hunt down here. And I'm gonna put that on the inner part, the inner third. And I'm gonna pat that over where it meets up with the orange just to get a nice blend. I'm gonna go back in with a little bit of the orange on the other side of the brush and just get a nice blend where those two meet up. A little bit more green. Clean that brush off, and then I'm gonna go in with this Blend Bunny B4 brush, and I'm gonna pick up that Seven Gables color, that deep green. And I'm gonna put that out here on the outer corner. I'm gonna go back in with that prior brush and pick up some more of the orange and dab that over where they meet up. A little bit more of that darker color because I got a little heavy-handed with that orange. And then I'm gonna go in with that first brush. I don't have any additional product, but I'm just gonna soften the edge and then soften out here. I'm gonna pick up this Blend Bunny B1 brush and I'm gonna go back in with that green Dark Demons, and I'm gonna go ahead and put that all underneath my eye from outer corner to inner corner. I'm just gonna be real easy with it. And put a little bit more of that Seven Gables color here, because I feel like a little bit of it got worn away. Like that. And then for a nice pop of color, and I want to see what this looks like, so I'm going to go in with this color all underneath that lower lash line, and then I'm going to go in with the lighter green on the inner corner. Pick that color up, got it wet. Went ahead and picked up that green with the same brush, got it wet. And I'm going to put that in here. That is a pretty green. Ooh, look at that. Look at that pop of color. Don't think this was the best brush to pick that up with because it got a little flaky and it's getting down here. I'm just going to bring that down and blend it in down here. I'm going to go in with my beloved Filbert and pick up a little bit more of that Witching Hour color. The color would probably be really pretty all over the lid. So I think I'm going to leave that eye like that. I'm going to go ahead and hop over to the other eye. And I think for this eye, I'm going to go in with Witchcraft and then a little bit of Spirit Spells. And then probably deepen it up with some purple and then use one of these shimmers, two of these shimmers. So let's start with that. Spirits and Spells. I'm going to start with Witchcraft. Oh, and I'm just using this Morphe M514 brush. That color went on really nice. I'm going to clean that brush off. I'm going to go into that next color, Spirits and Spells. And I'm going to put that next to that first color. And then I actually think what I want to do is get a smaller brush. I'm going to use this Blend Bunny B1 brush, and I'm going to pick up this Witch City color. It's a deep matte black. And I'm going to put that out here. And then I'm going to pick up that prior color, Spirits and Spells, and go over top where that black meets up. Just to get a nice blend, and I'm literally just pressing or stippling that color on. That black is so pretty, but it's really nice that that Spirit and Spells went over top. But I like how it looks over top of that color, if that makes sense. Ooh, which one do I want to do? I think I'm going to go in with Ropes Mansion down here, and then I'm going to use a little bit of that Old Bearing Point. It's hard to see the lettering, like the words over top of the design that's on there. For me anyhow. I'm going to pick that up on this Morphe M124 brush. Let's see what it looks like without anything. I don't know, she's looking kind of chunky. That is such a pretty color. You can see the different specks of color within it, but I think I'm gonna have to go ahead and get it wet. I really like that purple. That is so pretty. I'm gonna clean that brush off. I don't know why that brush seems so fluffy, but I'm gonna go back in with the AOA Studio 122 brush, and I'm gonna pick up that Old Bearing Point color, that silvery shimmer, and I'm gonna put that on the inner third of the eye. I'm gonna get it wet. I'm having to like use a little bit more force to get some color onto my brush, and it's coming up kind of chunky, so I think it's just going to be better applied with getting it wet, getting a little bit of moisture on here for it to adhere to. That color would probably be really nice using my finger, but you guys know, well, if you don't know, I don't like using my fingers. I don't have small fingers, and I feel like I make a mess, but I really want to get quite a bit of color payoff. There we go. There we go. That is pretty. I'm going to bring that color down into the inner corner. Blend over top of where that deeper purple is, and I'm going to go back in with that deeper purple and just blend over top right there. What I'm going to do is pick up this Blend Bunny B1 brush, and I'm going to go into Salem Commons and ever so lightly pick that up, because I have a feeling this color is going to be very saturated, and I'm going to go ahead and put that all underneath this lower lash line. And I feel like I want to go back in with that combo of the purple and the silver, but then you know me, I am dying to see what this Gallows Hill looks like, because it looks so pretty. So I'm going to pick that up on my little handy dandy filbert here, and then I'm going to go ahead and get it wet. That is so pretty. That is really pretty. I really like that. I have a little bit of fallout like right underneath it here, but that was my own fault because I didn't tap that off. So I think I'm gonna leave both eyes as they are. I'm gonna go ahead and hop off, finish everything up, and I'll be right back. So here are the finished looks. I'll go ahead and close my eyes. I'll go ahead and cover one eye. Cover the other eye. I'll go ahead and do a low light situation. Okay, so For my lips, I went ahead and used the Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil in whatever black. I lined my lips, and then I really wanted to see what that translucent-esque purple shade in Hocus Pocus looked like over top of the black, and this is what I got. So you can see how translucent the purple is on like my inner lip, but it really it's really creamy. Now, I had stuff on my lips before I started because my lips were really dry, so I don't know if that's what's caused this to be so creamy, because I feel like the lip liner was kind of like running a little bit. I mean, it doesn't feel, it's not sticky, which I'm thankful for that, because I do not like sticky stuff on my lips. Like, I don't like it. So anyway, it's not sticky. It just feels very creamy and emollient. Maybe that's the word I'm looking for. So I don't feel like that's gonna have the longevity. Does that make sense? Okay. I went ahead and used the same color to do my eyeliner on both the upper and lower waterlines, and then I used the KVD tattoo liner in Trooper Black just to do a really thin line over top, because I don't know, I just didn't feel like doing a wing. I didn't want to take away from what I had done on the eyes. And then I went ahead and used the Sephora Love the Lift mascara. I think I need to go ahead and just part ways with this one and open a new one, because I think it's getting a little dry and flaky, because it took quite a bit to put it on, and I hate to do that because I feel like I'm wasting product, but I think it's time. So there's like a chunk of it right here I just noticed. Hold on. Okay, I didn't want to leave that there. If you ever have like mascara or liner get on you, just let it dry and then just take a Q-tip and I just spin it on the skin and it gets it right off. So anyway, as far as the palette, I really like it. I really like the palette a lot. I thought I would go ahead and just insert a swatch of the shimmers here just so you can see the difference in them, because I really like them. I don't know why I felt the need to do it this video, because I don't normally do it, but I don't know, I just feel like you can't really tell, like especially the one underneath here, like underneath my lower lash line on my left eye. I don't feel like you get the full effect of it from, you know, just with the eye look. So I thought I would just throw in this shimmer shot so you guys could see them. I really like Nomad's palettes. I've said that in the past. I love them. I love the formula. I love the consistency. All the mattes went on nicely. They blended beautifully. I really like this matte black. It's not super deep when you first put it on, so I feel like you can build it up, but it didn't make a mess and go everywhere. And I literally didn't have to work very hard to put that prior color over top of it, which I really like. It wasn't like it just absorbed that color, sucked it all in. I could still layer on top of it with that prior color, and I just thought that was really good. I really appreciated it. I love all the shimmers. They just look beautiful. I love the color story, because I feel like for a while everybody was trying to be so different and do all these different things and come out with these different Halloween palettes, and I feel like this is a very true, like very cliche, like wholesome Halloween colored palette, you know, with like those purples and greens and just the colors that we know to love, just those classic colors. And I know some people it's not going to be for everybody, you might be over it, but sometimes when I'm like out and about and I see these things, I'm like, oh, we're doing like hot pink for Halloween now, or like turquoise and like all those different things. I'm like, it's kind of odd sometimes. I mean, I'm not saying it's not okay. If you love it, you do, but I just have a spot in my heart for the classic Halloween colors that like I grew up with. You know, when I think Halloween, I'm always thinking purples, greens, oranges, you know what I mean? I don't know, that's just me. I really like it. I really can't wait to try this gold color. It looks like it's gonna be super shimmery. I'm not so sure I'm sold on this red, just because it is very like magenta. It's not like that, like a deep red, like what I was thinking it was going to be. Again, I didn't look at the swatches. I didn't look ahead of time, so I just didn't really have a thought on it. But you know, with the name Devil's Book and the coloring on it, I thought it was going to be a bit deeper. But I am super excited to use this gold. Again, just be careful with your packaging when you're opening them. Nothing crazy, just so you know. What else? I don't know, guys. I really like it. I'm excited. I like how it all turned out. Anyway, so if you guys ordered this palette and you love it, let me know. If you ordered the palette and you're like, meh, you can let me know that too. Let's go ahead and talk about it. I love talking to you guys. I love discussing things. Welcome to my new subscribers. Thank you for coming to this side of YouTube with my little tiny fraction of a space here in the makeup world. I appreciate you. I'm glad you're here. Thank you to everybody who keeps continually watching and supporting me. I absolutely love it. I love talking to you guys. I love hearing from you guys. I look forward to it, honestly. So thank you. I hope all of you are happy, healthy, and well. And I think with that, I'm gonna just tell you, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day or evening or whenever you're watching this.